Welcome back, my Conrad warriors. Every day you're given a choice. Stay the same or become something more. No one's coming to save you. No magic moment is going to arrive. It's your habits, your hustle, your hunger. This is your time. This is your fight. And it starts with you. Today we are looking into why William Wallace was the most successful warrior of all time. What were his habits and how he achieved so much in a short space of time. By the end of this video, you will gain knowledge and you will learn more about challenges in life and how you overcome them. Hit that like button and sharpen your mind. Let's now look at William Wallace's top 13 quotes. 1. I tell you true, liberty is the best of all things. Never live beneath the noose of a servile halter. This means freedom is worth everything. Never live under control or fear that robs you of dignity. For example, you work in a company under a toxic manager who constantly humiliates staff. The pay is decent, but the environment is controlling and degrading. Liberty is the best of all things. It means you should not stay just for the money if the job kills your self-worth. So what you do is you start applying to other jobs while still working. You build skills and professional network and leave when you are ready and choose a healthier work culture over fear. Or it could be a toxic relationship. Walking away from a relationship, romantic, familial, or professional, that controls manipulation or diminishes your worth. You deserve peace. You deserve freedom. You deserve to live unchained. Remember, my Conrad warriors, comfort in chains is not worth more than freedom with struggle. Choosing liberty, whether it is thought, action, or dignity, is choosing to truly live. This is how true warriors truly live. 2. Incompetence is often highly regarded in governmental circles. This quote is a criticism of how some governments operate. It suggests people in government position are often rewarded or promoted not for merit or skills, but for loyalty, connections, or political usefulness. Incompetent individuals may rise through bureaucracy because they don't threaten existing power structures. It reflects frustration with corruption, inefficiency, and lack of accountability. In short, government systems sometimes value obedience or politics over ability. For example, you are a government worker who always agrees with the boss, even when the boss is wrong, get promoted. Meanwhile, skilled staff who speak the truth are ignored or punished. Sometimes in government, the wrong people rise, not because they're capable, but because they protect the system. Incompetence can persist in government when systems reward loyalty or risk aversion over effectiveness. Transparency, performance-based accountability, and structural reform are key to addressing this problem. 3. Truth is truth, even when told by a liar. It means that the truth remains valid and objective, regardless of who says it, even if the person is generally dishonest or untrustworthy. The idea is that facts do not change based on the speaker's character. Truth stands independently of the person delivering it. The validity of the fact does not depend on the integrity of the person saying it. You work on a tech startup as a junior developer. You noticed a vulnerability in one of your web application's login features. During the team sync, you said, "I think there's a security flaw in our authentication logic. Someone could bypass the login if they manipulate the session token." The senior developer didn't seem too concerned. One even said, "Let's not waste time chasing what-ifs, we've got deadline." 2 weeks later, you had a break simulation run by an external auditory, and they found the exact vulnerability you had pointed out. It became a major internal issue and cost the company both money and credibility. So even though you are a junior and not seen as an expert, the warning you gave was valid. Dismissing it based on your rank, not the content, was a costly mistake. Lesson: in business, the truth doesn't care about hierarchy. Smart companies listen to substances, not just titles. A few years ago, you noticed a close friend was consistently overworking and neglecting their health. You said to them, "You're burning out, you need to take a break and focus on self-care." They brushed you off, saying they're fine and that they have it under control. A few weeks later, they ended up getting sick and had to take time off work anyway. So even though they didn't believe you at the time, your concern was valid. Ignoring it led to them being forced to rest instead of doing so proactively. Sometimes the truth about self-care is hard to hear, but it's still important to listen. Remember, my Conrad warriors, in life, sometimes you can be so caught up in our own routines or ambitions that you ignore the warning signs, especially when it comes to your health and well-being. Even the people closest to you may notice things you're blind to. For freedom is best, I tell thee true, of all things to be won. Then never live within the bond of slavery. It suggests that true freedom lies in being honest and unafraid to pursue what is rightfully yours. It advocates for living a life of integrity and independence, where you refuse to be confined by falsehoods or circumstances that limit your potential. Slavery in this context is not only about physical restraint, but also about mental, emotional, or social limitations that prevent you from fully embracing your freedom. Let's say you are working at a job that doesn't align with your values, and you feel stuck because you fear leaving or changing careers. However, after some self-reflection and honest conversation with yourself, you realize that the situation is compromising your happiness and growth. You finally decide to leave the job and pursue a career that truly excites you, one that aligns you with your passion for helping others. While it's risk, you realize that staying in the bond of slavery, your old job, would only keep you from living the life you desire. What you did is, even though the transition may be challenging, choosing freedom and being honest about what you want is the true path of fulfillment. You no longer allow fear or societal expectations to dictate your choices. Or it could be that you are mentally burnt out under a current role you are working in and is damaging your mental health. So you should choose to leave and prioritize your well-being. Remember, my Conrad warriors, live freely and choose a job or a career path based on purpose, creativity, or personal values, not just for the money. Reflect on what energizes you. Take small steps, freelancing, side projects, retraining to help you move into the field you believe in. William Wallace was successful because he did not fight for fame or money, but fought for passion and love for his county. Living freely and authentically is the goal. Speak the truth about what you do, and avoid being confined by the fears or limitations that others impose on you. 5. I have been given nothing. God makes men what they are. It means that individuals are not entitled to anything by mere chance or external gifts, but rather, it is through their own actions, choices, and divine guidance that they become who they are. It emphasizes that true success and identity come from within, through effort, growth, and often spiritual influence, rather than relying on external factors or handouts. But what this also means is that God makes you. Who are you? William Wallace is giving credit to God for his success. Yes, you need to put effort in and do the hard work, but ultimately it's God's power that gives you the success. The only way to obtain the power of God is by living in his rules and commandments. For example, don't lie, don't cheat, don't kill, don't abuse, and by honoring your mother and father. Imagine you grew up in poverty with limited access to education and resources. You didn't receive special privileges or support, but you worked tirelessly, stayed focused on your goals, and found strength in your faith and perseverance. As you grow older, you become a successful entrepreneur, philanthropist, and leader in your community. In this case, you are acknowledging that your success doesn't come from outside gifts, but from your own resilience, hard work, and belief that a higher purpose is guiding you. This mindset encourages self-reliance and trust in a higher power. It reminds you that no matter where you start, your efforts and faith shape your destiny. Rather than waiting for external gifts or advantages, you should focus on self-growth, making choices that align with your values and trusting that through perseverance and divine guidance, You can become the person who you were meant to be. If you ask successful people, they will say, whatever strength I've shown, whatever stand I have taken, it wasn't mine alone. It came from something higher. God made me who I am. He gave me the heart to care, the courage to act, and the fire to keep going even when it hurt. I don't say this out of false modesty. I say it because I believe it. I am just one person living the life I was made for, walking the path I believe God laid out before me. So if there any credit to be given, let it go where it belongs, not to me, but to the ones who shaped me. So, my Conrad warriors, true greatness is not about being given things, but about rising through your efforts and spiritual strength. Don't wait for circumstances to change. Shape your own path with faith and determination, just like William Wallace did. And when you achieve success, people will often ask you how you got here. Remember to give the glory God. 6. Here is no choice but either do or die. Means that in some situations you face a critical moment where you must act decisively or face failure, ruin, or even death. There's no room for hesitation, excuses, or retreat. It reflects high-pressure circumstances where the only options are to take bold action or face severe consequences. It's often used to inspire courage, determination, and urgency when the stakes are very high. A few years ago, you faced a health scare due to stress and poor lifestyle choices. Your doctor told you if you don't change your habits now, your diet, your sleep, your stress, you're putting your life at serious risk. That moment hit hard. It wasn't a suggestion. It was a choice. Do or die. You immediately started exercising, eating better, and setting boundaries at work. It wasn't easy, but it saved your health. Sometimes life forces you to act, no later, but now. Real change often begins when you realize that doing nothing is no longer an option. You either take control or you risk losing everything. There comes a moment in life when hesitation is no longer an option. Change your habits now or pay the price later. In this moment, it wasn't about motivation or convenience. It was about survival. It was do or die. So you made the hard choices: better food, regular exercise, more sleep, less stress, and you got better. Or it could be you're smoking and you suddenly have a heart attack. You survive the attack, but the doctor tells you that you need to stop smoking. So you have a choice: keep smoking and risk having another attack, or choose to quit smoking and live a healthier lifestyle. When life gives you a choice between change or consequences, choose change, even if it's hard. 7. It is a dream, not just of victory, but of freedom and self-determination. It speaks to a deeper aspiration than simply winning or succeeding. It means that the ultimate goal is not just to defeat an obstacle or opponent, but to live freely and have the power to shape your own life, make your own choices, and define your own future. This dream is about personal and collective empowerment, to rise not just for glory, but for dignity, identity, and control over one's destiny. You work a stable but unfulfilling job because your family expects in you. Deep down, you dream of starting your own business. For you, it's not just making money, it's about freedom and self-determination. You finally takes the risk, starts small, and builds your business step by step. By following your true dream, not just of success, but of living life on your own terms, you gains both independence and fulfillment. The real dream isn't just winning, it's the freedom to live the life you choose. My Conrad warriors, discipline your mind and choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. Rewire your brain and find it better in different pleasures. Your brain conserves energy by following routines. You just need to break the momentum and redirect thoughts to something else. It will take focus, patience, and resilience. And because you are a warrior, you will achieve this. There might be fear behind the change, but change can be scary, and people don't see the daily choices or the small sacrifices you must go through and the lonely hours. But the outcome will be worth it, and you will benefit untimely. Remember, discipline is a muscle you must grow. Every time you choose effort over ease, you cast a vote for the future you want. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up again and again. Discipline feels hard at first, then it becomes a habit. Eventually, it becomes freedom. Because you are no longer ruled by impulse and you choose your path day by day. Build your decline muscle by doing things that your mind does not like. For example, wake up 30 minutes earlier. No phone or internet for the first 30 minutes of your day. Say no to junk food, scrolling, Netflix binge. Every no is a rep. Remember, my warriors, choosing discomfort is the warrior way of living, and this is where growth truly lives. 8. The helmet is a symbol of the soldier, of power and protection. It means that the helmet represents more than just physical armor. It symbolizes the strength, readiness, and responsibility that come with being a protector or warrior. It reflects a mindset of discipline, courage, and defense, not only in war, but also in life. You are working as a firefighter who wears a helmet not just for safety, but as a symbol of your role, to face danger and protect others. Even when scared, that helmet reminds you you have a job to do. Others depend on you. You enter burning buildings, save lives, and uphold your duty. The helmet reminds us that with power comes responsibility. When you're a soldier, a leader, a parent, or a protector in any role, you must be mentally prepared, strong, and selfless. True power is not about domination, but about protecting what matters. The helmet you wear in life is a sign of your strength, duty, and readiness to face whatever comes. Wearing a helmet signifies that you're prepared for battle and serves a greater cause, often tied to discipline and duty. You can use the helmet as a metaphor for discipline by seeing it as a mental tool, something you put on daily to protect your focus, prepare for challenges, and commit to a higher standard. Here's how the analogy can be applied. Protection. Guarding the mind. Just as a helmet protects the head, discipline protects your thoughts and choices from distractions, negativity, and temptation. For example, avoiding social media during work hours is like wearing a helmet. You're shielding your focus from interruption. Power, strength, and routine. A helmet represents readiness and inner strength. Discipline gives you the power to stick to routines, face difficulty tasks, and maintain momentum even when motivation fades. For example, waking up early to exercise even when you don't feel like it is an act of personal power. Remember, my Conrad warriors, putting on your helmet each day can mean mentally preparing for what's ahead, reminding yourself of your purpose and protecting your energy and intentions. It's about being proactive, not passive, just like a soldier getting ready for a mission. And here is how you do it. Before you start your day, close your eyes for a moment and imagine putting on a strong, protective helmet. This is your mental armor. Say to yourself and write it down. Today, I wear my helmet to protect my focus. I choose strength over comfort. I serve greater purpose. Then set a mission for the day and decide on 3 top priorities for your missions for the day. Keep them clear and realistic and write them down. Identify your distractions. Ask yourself what you might knock off your helmet today. Write them down. Social media, negative thoughts, unwanted phone calls, or even friends. Pause at midday and set a reminder on your phone and ask yourself, is your helmet still on and are on track to complete the mission? If not, then get yourself back on track. In the evening, do a review and tick off your list what you achieved and celebrate. Ask yourself, where I falter and what did you learn? What will you do differently tomorrow and start over again? 9. Our hearts are true, our swords are steel, we shall fight for our land. It means that the people are pure in intention, honorable and just in their actions, are fully committed to defending what they believe in or where they belong. It's not just about physical fighting, it's also about standing up for truth, justice, and identity. Your family is at risk of losing your home due to unfair property issues. You don't have much, but you are united and determined. You gather documents, seek legal help, and speak out in your community. With effort and unity, you win the case and keep your home. By standing together with honesty and courage, your family protects your home. And dignity, family strength, truth, and unity can overcome even the hardest challenges, especially when fighting for your home. When your heart is true and your cause is just, even the smallest voice can defend a home. A united family standing with honesty and courage is stronger than fear. Fight not with anger, but with love, truth, and the will to protect what matters most. For example, during COVID, nurses and healthcare workers stood strong to help and support patients to get better. They stood in the front line, and despite all the risks and unknowns of the virus, they fought with their hearts and helped heal thousands of patients for their country. So my comrades, you must have unshaken loyalty and stand strong to fight what's yours. Have truth in your voice, power in your steps, rise for justice and don't back down. You must stand together and prepare for battle. 10. They may take our lives, but they will never take our spirit. It means that even if enemies, hardships, or circumstances destroy a person physically or defeat them in some way, they can never destroy their courage, beliefs, hope, or identity. It's about inner strength, something that cannot be stolen or broken, even in the face of death or loss. It's a powerful declaration of unbreakable will and dignity, often used in times of great struggle, especially in battles for freedom, justice, or survival. You have a small business which is forced to shut down due to financial crisis. Competitors take up your market space, and the team is disheartened, and revenues have dropped so low it cannot meet its monthly outgoings. Instead of giving up, you start over with a new idea, apply lessons learned, and launch a stronger, more focused company. My fellow warrior comrades, if you have started a business once and if you fail, then you must quickly think of a new idea and start up a new venture. If you had the spirit once, then you will always have it inside of you. It might be a small flame now, but keeping pouring spirit onto it, the flame will soon become a fire. Now you can transform failure into a new beginning by keeping your passion and teamwork alive. Losing a business doesn't mean losing your purpose. As long as your spirit stays strong, you can rise again, smarter and stronger. They may take your business, your title, or your profits, but they can never take your vision, your passion, or your spirit. True entrepreneurs don't just build companies, they rise from setbacks, rebuild with courage, and prove that failure is only a chapter, not the end of the story. Remember to analyze what went wrong and write it down. Keep a journal. What worked, what didn't? What did you learn? Reflection builds confidence. Join entrepreneur groups and talk to mentors who have bounced back. You will get to know every successful person has failed many times, and it is common throughout the world. What is important, you keep your spurt and get back on the horse and ride it again like a true warrior. 11. Liberty is not granted, it is taken. It means that freedom is not something people are given as a gift. It must be earned, fought for, or claimed through effort and courage. Those in power rarely give liberty willingly. It's often achieved through resistance, struggle, and determination. You, as a young girl in a rural area, is told she cannot continue school because of your gender. Your family and community expect you to stay home. Instead of accepting it, you secretly study at night, apply for scholarships, and eventually earn a place at university. You didn't wait for others to allow your freedom. You claimed it through effort, courage, and determination. Real freedom often comes when you refuse to accept limits others place on you. You take it through bold action and self-belief. Freedom is not something you wait for. It's something you rise for. When the world says you can't, prove that you will. True liberty belongs to those who refuse to be held back, who fight through obstacles and who claim their right to dream, learn, and live fully. Don't wait to be allowed. Stand up and take your place. Now you could be fighting an addiction. Recovery is not something given to you. It takes inner strength and the decision to fight for your life. Or you might be wanting to overcome self-doubt or fear. Mental freedom isn't granted. You have to challenge your own inner critic and reclaim your growth. Stop waiting for approval and give yourself permission. Whatever the situation, odds might be stacked against you, my Conrad warriors, but you take back control by educating yourself, work hard, and build your own path. 12. To know the truth is to embark on a journey of sacrifice. It means that seeking and accepting the truth often comes with a cost, whether emotional, social, or personal. Truth is powerful, but it can challenge comfort, relationships, or beliefs. The journey to discover it demands courage, honesty, and often letting go of illusions or comforts. You are a successful entrepreneur who realizes that your company's growth has been built on unsustainable practices, environmental harm, exploitation of workers, and cutting corners. While the business is profitable, you face a difficult decision. Continue the harmful path for short-term gain or embrace ethical business practices and risk financial loss. After reflecting on the long-term consequences, you choose to change the company's policies, focusing on sustainability, fair wages, and responsible sourcing, even if it means cutting down on profits in the short term. Though the business loses some profits initially, it gains a stronger reputation, loyal customers, and ethical satisfaction. Over time, the company becomes a leader in sustainable practices, with long-term growth built on integrity. The truth often requires tough decisions, but those decisions create lasting success. Sacrificing short-term gain for long-term values ensures your business doesn't just survive, it thrives with purpose. Or you could relate this quote to choosing a healthy lifestyle. If you are not treating your body well, you know the truth because your inner voice is telling you. Now it's time to make those sacrifices of giving up junk food, sweats, chocolate, drugs, smoking, or even alcohol. Or it could be pursuing a passion instead of a safe path. If you are not fulfilled in your job or career, you hear the inner voice telling you to move on, but you let fear hold you back. You start thinking about security, income, approval from others. You just need to make sacrifices and pursue your goals. So my fellow Conrad warriors, the path to success is not always the easiest or the most profitable in the short term. But the truth of doing what is right, of building with integrity, creates a foundation that lasts. It may require sacrifices, but you will thrive with purpose, respect, and lasting value. True success is rooted in truth, and that truth will set you up for growth both in business and in life. 13. Courage is the finest virtue. It will illuminate our path to victory. It means that courage, the ability to face fear, uncertainty, and challenges, is not only essential for achieving success, but also acts as a guiding light when the way forward seems difficult. Courage empowers us to take action, even when the outcome is unclear, and helps us overcome obstacles on the road to victory. You are an entrepreneur, which is an innovative idea for a startup, but faces rejection from investors and doubts from peers. The business is struggling and the future is uncertain. Despite all odds, you have the courage to keep pitching, adjusting the business model, and believing in the vision. Eventually, you secure funding and launch a successful company. The courage to keep going, even when failure seemed imminent, illuminated your path to eventually success. Or you could be having the courage to choose therapy to help you overcome something like anger, marriage solutions, alcohol, or drug addiction. It takes courage to take the first step owing to the fact you have a problem. Then you find the courage to seek the help and fight with discipline to make you feel whole again. At the end of you will live a healthier and freer lifestyle, or it might be speaking the truth. Telling a friend they're hurting you, or having an honest conversation at work. Most avoid conflict, but truth builds trust. And after speaking the truth, if they cannot handle it and decide to leave, then you are better off. Overall, you will have stronger, more honest relationships in your life. So my fellow Conrad warriors, courage doesn't mean avoiding mistakes. It means learning from them and continuing to push forward until success is reached. Courage is the key to unlocking victory. It doesn't make challenges disappear, but it provides the strength to face them head on. When you have the courage to continue in the face of adversity, your path to success becomes clearer, and victory becomes inevitable. My Conrads drops a CW in the comments, which stands for Conrad Warriors if you like this video. Your writing of Conrad Warriors in the comments is your first step to showing the universe you are ready to become a true warrior. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. What will you do differently to make you into a true warrior like William Wallace? Please share this video with someone who you feel may benefit. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And thank you for watching.